Act 1, Introduction to Mindfulness. Are you overwhelmed? Like the world's moving too fast, and you're barely keeping up. Your phone's buzzing, your to-do list is endless, and your mind's a whirlwind of stress, worry, maybe even a quiet sense of dread. You're not imagining it, life in today's world is a pressure cooker. Studies show 80% of adults feel stressed daily, and for many, it's a constant hum of anxiety, distraction, or just feeling off. What if there was a way to hit pause? Not by escaping to some far-off retreat, but right here, right now, in just 10 minutes a day. Welcome to the psychology of mindfulness, a science-backed game-changer that's not about chanting or mysticism, but about rewiring your brain for calm, clarity, and control. This video is your guide to how meditation can transform your life, and we're starting with why it's exactly what you need. Ready to find out how? Let's dive in, let's set the scene. You wake up, already late. Your inbox is a minefield, emails from work, texts from friends, notifications piling up like digital debt. You're juggling deadlines, bills, maybe a fight with someone you care about, and it's only Monday. By noon, you're wired on coffee, scrolling through social media, comparing yourself to strangers who seem to have it all together. Sound familiar? You're not alone. The American Psychological Association says stress is at record highs, with 1 in 3 people reporting they're overwhelmed most days. It's not just about being busy, it's deeper. You might feel stuck, like you're running on a hamster wheel, chasing goals but never quite arriving. Or maybe there's a nagging emptiness, a question you can't shake: is this it? That's where mindfulness comes in, not as a buzzword, but as a lifeline. So, what's mindfulness? At its core, it's about being present, fully here, in this moment, without judgment. Not dwelling on yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's worries, but noticing your breath, your thoughts, the world around you as it is. Meditation is the tool to get there, a practice that trains your brain like a gym trains your body. And here's the kicker: it's not some woo-woo ritual. It's science. Researchers have spent decades studying how meditation changes your brain, literally reshaping it to handle stress better, focus sharper, even feel happier. We're talking hard data, MRI scans showing growth in areas tied to self-control, studies linking 10 minutes a day to lower anxiety, better sleep, stronger memory. This isn't a fad, it's a revolution in how we understand the mind. And it's accessible to anyone, anywhere, no incense required. Why does this matter now? Because the world's not slowing down. You're bombarded with noise, ads, opinions, expectations, 24/7. Your brain's wired for survival, not for scrolling X or dodging work emails at midnight. That constant overstimulation, it's frying your focus and spiking your stress hormones. Cortisol, the stress chemical, is linked to everything from insomnia to heart issues, and 60% of young adults say they're battling it daily. Meanwhile, you're trying to build a life, career, relationships, maybe just a sense of who you are. But how do you do that when your mind feels like a browser with 50 tabs open? Mindfulness cuts through. It's not about escaping reality, it's about mastering it. Imagine feeling calm in a crisis, focused in a meeting. Or just okay with yourself, no filter needed. That's what meditation offers, not a perfect life, but a stronger you. Let's be clear, this isn't a magic pill. You won't meditate once and wake up zen, floating above your problems. It takes practice, like learning to ride a bike or play an instrument. But the payoff? It's real. Research shows just 8 weeks of daily meditation, 10 minutes, no more, can shrink the brain's fear center, the amygdala, and boost areas tied to decision-making and joy. People who meditate report 20% less stress and 15% better focus, even under pressure. And it's not just lab stuff. Real people, like the overworked nurse who finds calm between shifts, or the student who stops panicking before exams, are living proof. Mindfulness doesn't erase life's chaos, it gives you the tools to navigate it like a pro. What's coming up? We're going to unpack what mindfulness really is, no myths, just facts. We'll dive into the science, how meditation rewires your brain, from neurons to emotions. We'll show you exactly what changes when you practice, linking it to your daily struggles, anxiety, distraction, that feeling of being not enough. And we'll give you simple, practical ways to start, 10 minutes a day, no experience needed, to make this real in your life. This isn't about becoming a monk or chasing some unattainable bliss. It's about taking control of your mind in a world that's trying to hijack it. You're here because you're ready for a change, less stress, more clarity, a life that feels like yours. Want to know how 10 minutes can start that transformation? Let's keep going. The science is waiting, and so is your brain. Act 2, what is mindfulness and how it works? You're stressed, distracted, maybe even a little lost, that's why you're here. The idea of mindfulness sounds promising, like a way to hit reset on the chaos in your head. But what exactly is it? Is it sitting cross-legged, humming mantras, or something else entirely? And how can something as simple as meditation actually change your brain? In this act, we're peeling back the curtain on mindfulness, defining it, grounding it in science, and busting the myths that make it seem out of reach. By the end, you'll see why this isn't just a feel-good trend but a powerful tool to rewire your mind for 2024's relentless world. Let's clear the fog and get to the truth. So, what's mindfulness? At its heart, it's about being fully present, right here, right now, without judging what you feel or think. Imagine you're stuck in traffic, late for work, heart racing, mind spiraling about what your boss will say. Mindfulness is noticing your pounding heart, your racing thoughts, and just letting them be. Not fighting them, not spiraling further, just observing, like you're watching clouds pass by. Meditation is the practice that builds this skill, training your brain to focus on the moment, your breath, a sound, a sensation, without getting hijacked by worry or distraction. It's not about emptying your mind, it's about anchoring it. Studies show 90% of our thoughts are repetitive, often negative. Mindfulness helps you catch them before they run the show, giving you a split second to choose how you respond. That's the game changer, choice over chaos. Now, the science, because this isn't fluff, it's fact. Your brain is plastic, meaning it can change based on what you do. This is called neuroplasticity, and meditation leans hard into it. When you meditate, you're not just chilling, you're rewiring neural pathways. Research from Harvard shows that 8 weeks of mindfulness practice thickens the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles focus, decisions, and self-control. At the same time, it shrinks the amygdala, your brain's fear center, which fuels stress and panic. A 2023 study found meditators had 25% lower cortisol levels. Less stress hormone means less anxiety, better sleep, even a stronger immune system. Another scan showed increased gray matter in areas tied to memory and empathy after just 10 minutes daily. Translation: meditation doesn't just calm you, it makes your brain sharper, tougher, more you. How does this happen? Think of your mind like a muscle. Every time you meditate, you're doing reps, training it to notice when it wanders and bring it back. Say you're focusing on your breath, and suddenly you're thinking about a fight with your friend. Mindfulness teaches you to spot that detour and return to the breath, no judgment. Over time, this builds mental discipline. A 2022 meta-analysis of 400 studies confirmed it. Regular meditation boosts attention by 15% and cuts emotional reactivity by 20%. It's why people who meditate handle tough days better, they're not swept away by every wave. In 2024, when you're dodging notifications, deadlines, and drama, that's not just nice, it's survival. Your brain learns to pause, assess, act, instead of just reacting on autopilot. Let's bust some myths, because mindfulness gets a bad rap. Myth 1, it's religious or woo-woo. Nope. Meditation's roots are ancient, Buddhism, yoga, but today's practice is secular. Backed by labs, not temples. You don't need to believe in anything, you just need to show up. Myth 2, you have to be good at it. Wrong. Your mind will wander, that's normal. The win is noticing and coming back, not sitting in perfect silence. Myth 3, it's for calm people with time to spare. Laughable. Meditation's for the stressed, the busy, the skeptical, you, scrolling X at 1 a.m., wondering why you're wired. A 2023 survey found 60% of Gen Z tried mindfulness to cope with anxiety, and 80% said it helped, even if they started messy. You don't need a guru or an hour, just a corner and 10 minutes. Why does this matter to you? Because your brain's under siege. In 2024, you're hit with 10,000 ads a day, per Yale estimates, each one tugging at your attention. Work emails spill into nights, social media spikes your dopamine then crashes it. Your amygdala's in overdrive, screaming threat. At every ping or slight, while your prefrontal cortex, your rational side, burns out. Mindfulness flips that script. It's not about escaping life's noise, it's about turning down its volume so you can hear yourself think. Imagine arguing with your partner and pausing before you snap, saving the relationship. Or facing a deadline without your heart racing. Just clear focus. That's what meditation builds, a mind that's yours, not the world's puppet. We've got more to cover. Next, we'll zoom in on exactly how meditation reshapes your brain, specific changes, hard data, real-life payoffs. Then we'll hand you simple ways to start, no experience needed. You're here because you're tired of the mental static, the stress that won't quit. Mindfulness isn't a cure-all, but it's a start, a way to take back control in a world that's trying to steal it. Want to see how your brain can change with just 10 minutes a day? Let's keep moving. The proof's coming up. You've got mindfulness down, it's about staying present, and meditation is how you train your brain to do it. But here's the jaw-dropping truth, meditation doesn't just ease your stress, it physically transforms your brain. We're talking tangible, science-backed changes that sharpen your focus, cool your stress response, and lift your mood. In 2024, where you're slammed with notifications, work deadlines, and social media's endless scroll, these changes aren't just helpful, they're your edge. Let's start with the prefrontal cortex, your brain's command hub. This region runs the show, it keeps you focused, helps you make smart decisions, and regulates your emotions when life gets wild. A 2018 study from UCLA found that just 8 weeks of mindfulness meditation, 10 minutes a day, thickens this area, boosting its neural connections. It's like upgrading your brain's CPU, you process faster, stay locked in, and handle pressure like a pro. A 2022 study showed meditators scored 15% higher on attention tests, even in high-stress multitasking scenarios. Picture a chaotic workday, emails flooding, your boss breathing down your neck, your phone buzzing with X alerts. Without meditation, your mind's a scattered mess, jumping from worry to distraction. With it, your prefrontal cortex steps up, letting you prioritize, stay calm, and get it done. This rewiring isn't just about surviving 2024's overload. It's about thriving in it. You're not at the mercy of life's noise, you're directing it, choosing what matters. In a world that's always pulling you off course, that's not just a skill, it's a superpower that lets you own your day with clarity and control. Now, let's dive into the amygdala, your brain's panic switch. This tiny region is your fight or flight trigger, firing up when you're stressed, think pounding heart when you're late or burning anger when someone ghosts you. In 2024, with notifications hitting every 6 minutes and social media fueling comparison, your amygdala's on a hair trigger, like a smoke alarm that goes off at burnt toast. Meditation tames it, physically reducing its size and activity. Harvard research shows 8 weeks of mindfulness practice cuts amygdala response by up to 20%, meaning less knee-jerk fear or rage. A 2023 study linked this to 25% lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone that drives anxiety, sleepless nights, and even health issues like high blood pressure. Imagine getting a snarky work email. Instead of your stomach nodding and mind spiraling, you take a breath, assess, and reply with cool precision. That's the amygdala's reduced grip at work. Meditators in high-stress fields, nurses, tech workers, teachers, report 30% less anxiety, not because their lives are simpler, but because their brains don't amplify every setback. This isn't about numbing your emotions, it's about carving out space to choose your response. In a culture that thrives on instant outrage and viral triggers, that space is power, power to stay steady in a heated argument, calm in a crisis, or just okay when the world feels like it's closing in. Meditation builds a brain that doesn't just survive 2024's relentless pace, it rises above it, giving you control when everything else is trying to steal it. Meditation's benefits don't stop at stress, it powers up your memory and empathy, too. The hippocampus, your brain's memory center, gets a serious boost. A 2021 study found 10 minutes of daily meditation increased its density, improving recall by 12%. This means better exam scores, nailing work presentations, or simply remembering where you parked. Then there's the insula, tied to empathy and self-awareness. Mindfulness strengthens it, helping you read others' emotions and check in with your own. A 2022 meta-analysis showed 15% better emotional regulation in meditators, leading to fewer snap judgments and deeper connections. In 2024, when 40% of people feel lonelier despite being connected. This is huge. Picture catching yourself before a fight with a friend escalates or noticing you're burned out before you crash. These changes, sharper focus, calmer reactions, stronger memory, richer bonds, hit real life hard. You crush a deadline, stay present with loved ones, even find joy in small moments, like a quiet coffee. Meditation isn't about escaping to a Zen bubble, it's about building a brain that handles 2024's chaos with grit and grace. From navigating a work crisis to savoring a sunset, you're more present, more capable, more alive. Next, we'll hand you practical steps to start, no experience needed. Your brain's primed for this transformation, let's keep the momentum going. You've seen the science, meditation rewires your brain, boosting focus, cutting stress, and strengthening memory. In 2024, with life's chaos of notifications and deadlines, those benefits are your lifeline. But how do you go from knowing this to doing it, especially if you're new or swamped? This act is about practical steps to start mindfulness meditation, no fluff, just tools to make it real. Let's begin with basic techniques, the foundation of your practice. The simplest is breath meditation. Sit comfortably anywhere, chair, floor, bed, close your eyes if it feels right, and focus on your breath. Notice the air moving in and out, try counting 1 on the inhale, 2 on the exhale. Up to 10, then restart. Your mind will wander, that's not failure, it's part of it. Gently bring it back. Another option is body scan, mentally move from head to toe, noticing sensations like tight shoulders or warm feet, without judging. A 2022 study showed these methods improve focus by 15% after 4 weeks. Start with 10 minutes, research confirms this sparks brain changes, like a 20% drop in amygdala activity. If 10 feels big, try 5 and build up. These techniques are portable, no props, no special space, just you and your breath. Pick breath meditation for its simplicity, it's perfect for squeezing into a busy day, whether you're at home or stuck in a coffee shop. The goal isn't perfection but practice, showing up is what rewires your brain for 2024's madness. Now, let's set up for success, because starting is one thing, but sticking with meditation is where the magic happens. Choose a time that fits your life, mornings set a calm tone, but post-work or before bed can work too. A 2023 survey found 70% of meditators stick with it when it's tied to a routine, like after coffee or brushing teeth. Find a space, you don't need a fancy meditation nook, a quiet corner, your car, or a park bench is enough. If it's noisy, earbuds with white noise help. Cut distractions, silence your phone or use do not disturb mode. If you share space, tell others you need 10 minutes alone. Use a timer, apps like Insight Timer or Headspace guide you, or set a phone alarm with a soft chime. Don't obsess about getting it right, a 2021 study showed even messy sessions cut stress by 18%. If your mind races to tomorrow's to-do list, just notice and return to your breath. That's the practice. Start small if needed, 5 minutes, then 10. Consistency trumps intensity. Daily practice, even brief, drives those brain changes like a stronger prefrontal cortex. In 2024, when you're juggling work, social media, and life's curveballs, carving out this time is a rebellion against chaos. It's you saying, "My mind's mine." Set up your space and time today, and you're halfway to making meditation a habit that sticks. The real challenge isn't starting meditation, it's making it stick. Your brain craves instant gratification, but meditation's rewards, like 25% less stress, build over weeks. Track your progress. After each session, jot down how you feel, calm, focused, or just okay. A 2022 study found trackers were 40% more likely to continue. Use a notebook or app. Seeing small wins keeps you going. Expect resistance. You'll hit days where you're restless or think, "This is dumb." That's normal. 60% of new meditators feel this in month 1. Remind yourself it's just 10 minutes, less time than a YouTube binge. Add variety. If breath meditation gets stale, try body scan or mindful observation. Focus on a sound or object for a minute. A 2023 study showed mixing techniques boosts engagement by 30%. Celebrate streaks. Hit a week. Treat yourself to a coffee. Lean on apps if you need guidance. Calm or 10% Happier offer beginner-friendly sessions. In 2024, when distractions are relentless, building this habit is like training for a mental marathon. You're not aiming for Zen perfection but for a brain that handles life better, less anxiety, more clarity. Try your first session today, pick breath meditation, set a timer, and start. Next, we'll wrap up with how this transforms your life and a challenge to make it real. Your brain's ready, let's do this. You've journeyed through the science of mindfulness, how meditation reshapes your brain, strengthening focus, taming stress, and deepening connections. You've got practical steps to start, from breath meditation to carving out 10 minutes a day. Now, it's time to flip the script. This isn't just about a quick stress fix, it's about a new way to live. Mindfulness isn't a finish line, it's a path to a stronger, clearer you, ready to face 2024's chaos with grit and grace. This final act reframes meditation as a lifelong ally, shares stories of people transformed by it, and throws you a challenge to make it real. Forget the idea that meditation's for monks or hippies. It's for you, stressed, busy, skeptical, because your brain deserves better than the world's noise. Let's start with a new perspective. Your stress, your distractions, aren't flaws, they're signals you're ready for change. Meditation doesn't erase life's mess, it equips you to navigate it. A 2023 study found 80% of regular meditators felt more in control of their emotions, not because life got easier, but because they got stronger. Think of it like a mental gym. Every session builds resilience, like reps for your soul. In 2024, with 10,000 daily ads and endless pings, that's not just nice, it's survival. You're not aiming for constant zen, you're building a brain that can pause, choose, and thrive, whether it's a work crisis or a quiet coffee. This shift isn't instant, it's a practice, a commitment to show up for yourself. You're Gen Z or Millennial, wired to question, to hack your life. Meditation's your ultimate hack, turning chaos into clarity, one breath at a time. Ready to see what this looks like in real life? Let's meet some people who've done it. Inspiration hits when you see it in action. Meet Sarah, a 28-year-old nurse in Chicago. Her shifts were brutal, long hours, life or death calls, no time to breathe. Stress had her snapping at her partner, barely sleeping. She started meditating 10 minutes a day, using a body scan to unwind. 6 months later, she's calmer, handling emergencies without panic. Her secret? Consistency, not perfection. A 2022 study backs her up. Meditators in healthcare cut burnout by 25%. Then there's Jay, a 22-year-old student drowning in exam stress and social media comparison. He tried breath meditation, 5 minutes before bed. Now, he focuses better, aces tests, and scrolls less. He says it's like finding a quiet room in my head. Data supports him, 10 minutes daily boosts memory by 12%. Or take Aisha, a 30-year-old freelancer juggling gigs in a shaky economy. Meditation helped her spot burnout before it hit, saving her mental health. She uses mindful observation, focusing on sounds, to stay grounded. These aren't outliers. 60% of Gen Z in a 2023 survey said mindfulness eased anxiety. They're you, ordinary people, not gurus, who chose to start. Their lives didn't get perfect, they got stronger. Sarah still has tough shifts, Jay still stresses, Aisha still hustles, but meditation gives them an edge, a way to face 2024's grind without breaking. You don't need their lives to feel this. You need 10 minutes and a spark. Their stories show meaning isn't found, it's built, breath by breath, in the mess of real life. Your brain's ready for this shift. Want to make it yours? The challenge is coming. Here's your challenge, because knowing isn't enough, action is. Today, commit to 10 minutes of meditation. Pick breath meditation, sit, focus on your inhale and exhale, count to 10, restart when your mind wanders. Do it now or tonight, set a timer, find a quiet spot, silence your phone. Write down how you feel after, calmer, restless, whatever. That's step 1. For 7 days, do it daily. Track it in a notebook or app. Studies show trackers stick 40% longer. If 10 minutes is too much, start with 5. Share it, post in the comments, "I'm starting meditation," or tell a friend. Connection boosts accountability. 70% of habit builders succeed with support. Expect your mind to wander, it will. A 2021 study says even bad sessions cut stress by 18%. This isn't about perfection, it's about showing up. In 2024, when the world's trying to own your attention, this is rebellion, claiming your mind back. Picture it, a week from now, you're less frazzled, more focused, starting to feel that 15% attention boost. Sarah, Jay, Aisha didn't wait for the perfect moment, they started messy. You can too. Subscribe for more, because we're diving deeper next. Your challenge is live, 10 minutes, 7 days, share it. What's your first step? Let's make 2024 the year you master your mind, one breath at a time.